Okay.
So, let me just tell you, I have really been craving an alcoholic bevy lately. And usually I
What?
don't. Usually I can control myself, and I have been because we don't know if the candida is real or not. And yes, my doctor did say that I have candida, though I didn't take an official test to prove if I did.
Would you like to give a
So,
background? Because I'm not sure if our audience knows what that is. I didn't know what that was.
so candida is basically like an overgrowth of bacteria, bad bacteria in your stomach, and it can be caused by it can be caused by poor diet or by hormonal imbalances, or sometimes women get it if they're pregnant and they
And
can
what's the
like,
catalyst for it?
for me,
Yeah.
I believe it was maybe all of my hormonal
Or what
imbalances.
feeds it?
Sugar feeds it. So
There we
basically
go.
what you have to do is starve the candida by not giving it sugar, which means no alcohol, no chocolate, no sweet treats, no honey, no maple syrup, limited amount of fruit. Like I'll have like a berry on my yogurt. Um I'm not doing the strict candida diet because I do still have rice and
Well, don't treat yourself too hard.
yeah, I know. It's a depressing life. That's why I'm like, do I really have candida? Because you guys, I'm sorry, but the symptoms haven't fully gone away. They really haven't gone away. So I don't know if I fully have candida. But my acne is a lot better, you guys. Like I can leave the house, and this was before I went on the anti-candida diet, but I can leave the house with my hair up, with my cheeks out, and yes, I still have acne scars, but they're not like these inflamed painful bumps that I had before. But anyway, I have been in San Francisco for the past 3 weeks. So that's kind of why we didn't podcast. Um, I had a family emergency. I think I mentioned it on the last podcast. So it has been really just a lot of emotions and, yeah, fluctuating emotions. And I have been craving a dirty martini. And I don't even
Whoa.
know if
Have you
I've
ever
ever
had one?
had one. I think
Wow.
I have, but like, so the dirtier it is, does that mean that there's more, like,
I assume it means it's more
more olive
alcoholic.
juice?
Or more olive juice.
Do
Oh.
you think? Or you
I'd
could do
believe
like a
it.
pickle martini, like one of those, like a
Oh.
pickle shot. I've had one of
Ooh,
those.
what's a pickle shot?
So a pickle shot is like a shot. You guys, I don't want to get the alcohol wrong. Like I want to say it's vodka, but I might be completely
It's
wrong.
okay. What are the other
I think it is
ingredients?
a clear liquor though, so it's like a vodka, I want to say, and
That
then a
makes
shot of
sense.
pickle juice with.
Interesting. Could it be a gin? Is that possible?
Maybe.
I
Look
don't
it up. I
know.
want to know. Like clearly we have like this whole little bar section in our apartment that we've sanctioned off, and when I came home I saw the little homemade liqueurs were out that Aaron made. Maybe you were doing some mixing. Were you mixing for the boys or just
Yeah, I
yourself?
was mixing for the boys.
What did you make them?
Some old fashions. You notice the maker's mark is gone.
Oh, you
The
drank that
maker's
up.
mark.
You soaked
Yes,
that
there
up.
was not a ton left.
Okay.
What's in
So
a
anyway, I
pickle
think maybe because I've been seeing like
shot?
on my Instagram feed a lot of like martinis with fries and stuff. Like honestly, what I want for dinner right
Whiskey
now.
or vodka, depending on what you like.
Ooh.
And one part
Okay,
pickle, so it's
I've
half and
had
half.
vodka, but I don't know if I've had the whiskey one. I'm not. I
Wow.
do fuck with whiskey. Like I do
Wow.
like a whiskey.
You
I'll
that makes
pretty
sense for
much
you.
drink any alcohol aside from beer. I don't like beer. I've
Yeah,
never liked
that's
beer.
fair.
There's like a good sip of beer with a bite of a fish taco on a hot summer day, like
Ooh,
that.
very
But then I
specific,
don't
but
go
that
past the
works.
one sip. It's like the same thing with soda. Like I don't enjoy soda or bubbly water
There you
because it
go.
tickles my tongue.
I don't like bubbly water, but I
Yeah,
like the other
I
things.
know, because there's a whole Costco
Because
case of Diet Coke right here.
you don't have to do that. The reason why is because I like to get something out of the thing that I'm drinking if it's carbonated. So if it's a soda, a nice little kick, a nice little taste of a sweet little thing.
You
If
basically
it's a
just want
beer,
caffeine, let's be honest.
yeah, exactly.
You want caffeine or you want to be drunk.
Well, flavor, yeah. I want a flavor that results in some kind of outcome for me, right? And
Yeah, you want the experience.
yeah, exactly. See, there we go.
See, for me, the experience is drinking the drink, right?
Right.
I don't know.
That's fair.
Or a
I
cup
think
of
that that's
tea.
totally valid.
Like
Yeah.
a cup of decaffeinated tea. I don't think you're really going to get anything out of that, but you'll
Yeah.
get like a warm cup in your hand and some flavor.
Well, you like that. That's utility, is the nice little warmth,
Yeah.
little burn.
But anyway, you guys, like, I honestly, what I want right now is I want to order McDonald's. I want to sit down with a fucking martini.
Ooh, a
and I want
McDouble
to
right now
eat.
sounds
I
so good.
want, this is my
McDouble
go-to
sounds
order.
so good.
I want a cheeseburger. I want
Ah.
French fries. I want
Oh
an
God, should we be
Oreo
bad?
McFlurry.
Should
and
we
I
be
want a
bad?
dirty martini.
Should we
And
be?
that is exactly how I want. No, I have candida, bro. I can't do this. This is like my fantasy life.
Oh no,
Aaron, I can't do it. Seriously.
we could be so bad right now.
Bro, my candida. Like, I did not just not eat sugar
Not
for
the
3
first
weeks.
thing on the recent being Dulcolax suppository. I almost ordered it to your house at 2 a.m.
Aaron is like really unwell with his bowel movements. Honestly,
It's
if you
honestly,
think about
I'm gonna
like
be real.
the fact that I have candida, quote unquote, allegedly have candida, and the fact that you have a normal body, allegedly, I think you
We've
might
never
have
been
something
tested.
going on.
Never been tested. I will say, I think it's a phobia of, or it's like a bodily response of when I'm not physically in my home. I just cannot go.
Okay, so
It
that's
was-
what it is.
it-
It's a travel thing.
Yeah, what's it called?
Like some people get traveler's diarrhea, but instead you get traveler's constipation.
Yeah, I get horribly constipated. And then this always happens when I go on conferences too, or like little things where it just doesn't end well for me. Like I just can't go the whole time, which was a problem because this time it was like 7 days. So that's an ish.
Wait,
And it
actually,
usually
7
kicks
days of
in.
not going to the bathroom. Aaron?
We were on day like I had like little droplets, right? But nothing substantial. So it was like 6 days. And by the 6th night, night 5, I was like going crazy. Like I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
Didn't feel good. So then
He
I
did,
almost
but the
Uber
thing
Eats.
is like he went down to Walgreens, and in San Francisco, though everything in Walgreens is locked up. I saw a man walking up the street from my block, and I was like, oh, he's like walking funny. Maybe he's like, on drugs or
having
something.
a good time, yeah.
But it was because his entire body was stuffed with things that he stole from Walgreens.
Nice.
Like he was waddling, and you could just hear the crinkle of like.
Why not just bring a
his
backpack,
pants were
bro?
Cause bro, no shame, bro, no shame. He stuffed his pants. He might have had a backpack too.
Oh, cool.
His jacket, his sleeves, his pants, everything was stuffed. Everything.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, so Aaron goes down to this Walgreens late at night, and he comes home with laxatives and
chewy
sour
ones.
gummy worms.
Yes.
And I think that those two things may cancel each other out.
They did nothing for me the next day. I took like 3 of the laxies.
I've never taken a laxie.
I took 3. Well, it's supposed to take the water from your body and put it inside your colon. So it's supposed to loosen you up a little.
Okay,
That didn't
I
do
need
the
to
trick
drink
for
more
me.
water.
Didn't do it. Yeah, you should be chugging water. Honestly, you should be. So you do that, but it doesn't really work, and it can take up to like, I looked it up, it could be anywhere from like 24 to 48 hours for it to kick in. That's too long. I have places to go. I have people to see. So
You had a
then,
conference to be at.
so the next day, I had it done with. I looked up and I said, "What's the quickest way?" And they said, "If you want to make a deal with the devil, you got to go the suppository route." Have you ever dabbled in that?
So the suppository is so that's what we say, lavado.
It's a
It's
little
where
peel.
you stick.
I left the rest at your house just for next time.
Oh, it's a pill.
It's like a little
So what's
pill.
the thing they do when they stick the? Sorry, this is a graphic episode.
It's fine.
When they stick the tube
And they stick a little
up
tube, like
your
a syringe
butt,
or something.
and they have a hot water bottle.
That's something
and
different.
that's the lavado.
It's like a butt douche.
And my mom was like,
She would go for that one.
well, it was kept.
I did that. I'm
going
to be honest. I did that the night before.
Did you find mine?
Huh?
Did you find mine?
There was a little syringe that I found.
That one is for your nose.
So tell no one to use that.
You should have gotten the actual proper
I should have
tool.
thrown it away. I shouldn't have left it in the cabinet.
That's disgusting. Bro, there are like children in that house right now. Kind of.
It's on the bottom shelf. I hid it a little. It doesn't look like it got used. And I washed the...
It doesn't look like it got used. What the fuck does that mean?
I'll buy a new one.
I don't
We
want it.
can't
I
tell
don't.
your
They don't want
family.
it.
Okay. No one uses that, right?
I told my mom you got a kit and brought it home for your butt.
Okay. You told your mom?
I tell her everything.
Bro.
She doesn't mind. She's just worried about you.
Whatever, man. So what I had to do was I bought the thing from Walgreens, but again, it was locked up. So I had to pull someone over. First, I had to ask, where's the laxative
Well, my
stuff?
mom was concerned about you. She thought we were fighting
Because I had to take
because
alone
you were
time.
grumpy.
I was grumpy.
Not in a. You were just kind of like you were doing your thing. You know. She was like, "Why aren't you guys hanging out?" But it was because you were
Oh.
in the bathroom
Yeah, no,
for so many hours.
whatever, man. I was having a tough time.
I'm sorry, honey.
So I had to go to the Walgreens, and in the back, it was locked up. So I had to be like, can you open this thing up for me? And it's just the laxative stuff. So everyone knew what was going on. And then she was like, which one do you want? I couldn't just grab the thing. She needed to say, which one do you want? And I need to pick the Dulcilax anal suppository. So I got that one.
What was her face when you said that?
I don't think she cared.
Yeah.
She doesn't care. But anyway, so I'm at home. I go to the bathroom. People are gone. You're downstairs. The way you have to do it is you have to lay down on your side and inject it.
And did you do that yourself?
Yeah, of course. And then
Have
it's
you done
funny.
it before?
No.
Are you sure
Desperate
you did it
times.
correctly?
Of course I did.
You need a lot of hot water in there.
No, with the thing, you just put the pill in there.
Oh, up your butt.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And
I thought it was
and it
something
goes,
you took.
and then you feel it go. Woo.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
That I don't like
You feel
that.
it go all the way up.
I do.
It
not
honestly
like
felt
that.
totally fine. It felt super comfy. And then, kid you not, you're supposed to wait like 15 minutes. It's a very poo heavy episode, but that's okay.
We're close.
You kind of lay on your side, and then you wait until you have the urge, right? But the thing is, you're supposed to wait.
You were in the bathroom for so long.
Yeah. The thing is, you have to wait 5 to 10 minutes after you get your first urge until you really have to go.
Why do you have to wait?
Because then you might not get the blockage out. You might only get like the bottom part. So it's got to travel up more.
Okay, so you were like laying on my bathroom floor for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, half naked, yeah. Bottom down naked.
Bottom down. That's the funniest kind of naked when you're bottom down naked. It's just fucking hilarious. Like, imagine if you're upset with anyone, imagine them bottom down naked on the floor of the bathroom.
Yep, doing that to your body.
The suppository.
So I hit that. My tummy felt like it was exploding. Like it felt like an explosion. And then it got me out. It did the trick.
Oh, so it works.
Yeah, it works.
Then, but aren't you constipated now? No, I am.
No, I'm okay now.
I'm
It was, but the thing is, you expect like extreme satisfaction. Like you expect to be done and be like, oh my God, that was amazing. You feel like after it's all out that you need to poo for like another 20, 30 minutes. You know that feeling?
Yeah,
Like
I do.
when you're going?
Yeah.
You feel like that is happening for the next like half hour.
Because it's open.
Because it's open.
Because it's opened up.
Because you're open.
That's a nasty little feeling that I don't want to feel.
Yeah, it was tough, man. So
Yeah.
remember when I was like, I think I'm dying? That's because of what I was feeling.
Yeah.
But then we ate food like 20 minutes later.
What
Anyway.
did we eat?
Mediterranean?
Oh, that was...
So good.
Yeah, did you like the little walnut dip?
The walnut dip was great. So the meats, I would say, are as good as the one here, but the dips here are way better.
Yeah, the dips here are way better, but...
But the meat is equivalent, I would say.
Yeah,
So it's just as
I'd say
good.
the same thing. The rice here at the San Francisco place is better.
The rice was great.
The rice is great. And also, the dips are way better. Aaron, can you not order McDonald's, bro? Like, actually, I can't eat it. That's so unfair.
I'm just looking, bro. They have a Minecraft Happy Meal? What kind of toy do they have?
Well, the new Minecraft movie is out.
Oh, I know.
And people are throwing popcorn everywhere.
That's that's crazy. It's outpaced like Minions level.
Well, I just think it's a little ruder.
Because they were just moshing, right?
They were
just
moshing, which is annoying. Oh my God, middle school boys, like...
There's nothing scarier. What's the one, the adolescence, where it's the guy who kills a girl? They should do one...
Oh, did you watch that?
No, but they should do
I heard
one...
it's really incredible.
Well, they should do one with the Minecraft kids.
Where they
next
kill
season. No, they just...
everyone?
No, you just follow them around. That's scarier, honestly, than that kid.
That's so true.
The Minecraft kids?
Wait, I thought
You don't want to mess
the
with
adolescence
the...
thing, that was that a real story?
No. It's
Yeah.
fake.
So why would you focus on the Minecraft people if that's real?
I don't know, man.
Just make it. Just make your own TV show, Aaron. Just follow the mind. You honestly kind of give Minecraft kid energy. Would you have thrown popcorn in a theater like that at that age? You would. That makes me icked by you. Like, you would be one of those little nerds to just throw popcorn about. That's so wrong. Think about the people who are being paid
Yeah, that's
minimum
terrible.
wage
At that
to
age,
clean that
and
up.
that's awful. At that age, you're just not able to conceptualize that. And it's
No,
terrible.
I was able to conceptualize
Of
that
course.
at that age. Yeah.
Of course.
Of course, what?
Little boys are,
They're the worst.
they're dysfunctional.
yeah.
They're adolescents.
Where's my martini?
Like that other little boy.
What other little boy?
Nothing. Trying to think what else.
Wait, so for the conference in San
Yeah.
Francisco, because Aaron was at a conference in San Francisco at the same time that I was there, we overlapped. He stayed at my house for free. Just thought I should mention. And what I was wondering is, were there a lot of tech bros there? Like, what was the professional culture like in San Francisco? Because also, you guys, so as you know, I've been applying to jobs, and I've trying to send in 5 applications a day, even if it's just sending my resume. I get rejected from like 3 jobs a day. I don't think I'm qualified for any of these jobs, and
you just gotta fake it till you make it.
It's a little depressing. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't applied for the last like 4 days just because things were really crazy from leaving home to coming here. But I'm gonna get back on the grind tomorrow, you guys. Anyway, the point is, I was sitting down with my dad, and he was watching me apply, and he was like, "So, have you applied for any jobs in San Francisco?" Like, as if me applying in San Francisco would give me a better chance than me applying in LA. He's like, "I hear there's like a lot of jobs opening up in San Francisco, like a lot of finance." I'm like,
finance.
"Dad, I don't have my own finances together. Do you think that I studied theater, Dad?"
I would love to see at the little terminals though, clicking away.
What even is that?
Refreshing, looking at the numbers. I don't know. Let me just check the numbers. Boom, boom.
See, I just think of it like, you know how severance is?
Yeah.
That's how I assume people in finance work. Shout out to Annie.
Facts only. Yeah, those boys are having a tough time. I don't know if those boys are opening up nowadays. Those boys are having a real tough time right now.
I know, but apparently they're thriving in San Francisco, and there's this new renaissance happening there.
Wow.
Why can't
We should
something
get in on
creative
that.
happen in San Francisco for once in my life?
Yeah.
Like, why is this? I don't know, you guys. But anyway, the point is, I was gonna ask you, like, what is that? What actually is the professional scene over there? Because
Right.
I have a feeling that what my dad's telling me isn't totally the truth.
Right. Maybe we should get down there together. Maybe next time we should get a little booth, you and me.
Aaron like has this weird like creepy dream of me in the John outfit, like me in the suit with my hair pulled back, selling things on the floor of his conference. And I've been to those conferences, you guys. I did steal some food from one of the conferences once. It was pretty good for conference food. And let me just tell you, it's not the rush that you would imagine. Okay, it's kind of slow. People look like they don't want to be there. It's in a hotel, which is lit. It's nice that it's in a hotel.
Yeah.
But I don't think John would thrive in that environment. John needs like white collar crime level.
You think John needs to be in a tall building?
Yeah, in a tall building
with a big office
where he can stare out the window and answer a phone or yell at.
You think you're more phone based?
Or a secretary.
Well, a nice phone call.
I actually don't want. I just want to say that I can't pick up the phone when my secretary calls. You can be my secretary.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, some people like do business over the phone, like a nice phone call.
Yeah.
Ring, ring, hello, who's this?
Yeah.
Let's make a deal. That's what you would do.
I was that kid, like, I get really worked up in quote-unquote professional situations, which you think would really help me in my later life. Stop looking at the McDonald's menu. But I was the commissioner of publicity at St. Cecilia School, shout out, in 7th grade. And basically the commissioner of publicity, the only thing that they're really in charge of is the yearbook photos and the lit pics, which is basically just like
what are lit pics?
It's like an online magazine that people submit like artwork and things to.
Lit pic?
My artwork and writing was never submitted. never accepted in any of the
Oh.
school journals that
Oh,
I've
boy.
ever submitted to.
Did you submit often? Was that a thing
In
that you
high
did?
school I did, and
That's cute. What would you write about back in the day, girl?
I don't even remember, but I remember all of my submissions being rejected.
That sucks.
Well, they were bad.
Did
They
you
should have been
ever-
rejected. But the point is that I was in charge of the yearbook photo shoots, and
Wow,
basically
I
you would
never
just
knew this.
line people up on the bleachers in a
Uh-huh.
group and take a picture. Like, here are the music students of the 8th grade. It would be like 4 people. Take a picture. Here are the people in the drama club. Take a picture, right? So that was my job. That's it. Very simple. I wasn't
Right.
even the one taking the picture. I was just bringing people group by group. I had a walkie-talkie, and I swear to God,
You
I
had
was
a
like,
walkie-talkie?
I was screaming to people on the walkie-talkie, like, we got to get these people in right now. Send them over. Send them over. Like 7th grade music students now, now, now. Like, literally
Wow.
talking like this on the walkie-talkie, like as if I had the most pressing job on Wall Street, Aaron.
Yeah.
So clearly it's all about attitude, because
I think it's an
I
attitude
got
thing.
12 whole service hours from that job alone.
Yeah, as you
instead
talking
of
that
the
volume, I'm
normal
going to move you
6.
down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. Just getting riled up.
Yeah.
Commissioner of publicity. But yeah, after that was the end of my political
I
career.
feel like you'd be a great head of the parks department, you know?
Parks.
Yeah, be in charge of the parks. Make a lot of nice decisions about parks.
Like Parks and Rec.
No, not Parks and Rec, just like park. Well, they're low-level fuckers. I mean, not those people. Like head.
I've never seen
You're in charge
Parks
of
and
all
Rec.
the. I don't watch that show.
Why?
The trash.
You don't like
I
it?
don't know. I'm just messing around, man.
What accent was that?
But I think that's where I would place you in my cabinet.
The head of parks?
Or what would you want to be? HHS? Health.
No, that's too much responsibility.
Yeah.
I don't trust that require an overhaul system. Seeing
An
the
overall system? You throw it all away. You'd start from square one.
I don't know. Look at healthcare in America, Aaron.
Oh,
We're
sure,
fucked.
sure.
Like, actually, it's really depressing when
Right.
you think about it.
Yeah.
It makes me actually cry at night. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, back to the martini. We got to circle it back when I get too emotional, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm not crying this season of the pod. Imagine if, do you think every year, every 6 months is a season of the
I'd
pod?
say.
I'm gonna say that
That's a
this
good
is a new
question.
season.
I'd say
this feels like episode 1 of a new season,
I agree.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because I gotta get the fuck out of the old season.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what happened in the beginning of 2025. We're almost 6 months into 2025.
We're like 5 in. That's crazy.
That is not okay.
That's not
that was
okay.
that was the rockiest half of the year, I think.
Ever. Well,
Genuinely,
in a way.
that I've personally ever experienced. Yeah, and low key, the Pope died so globally as well.
Yeah, JD Vance killed the Pope.
Yeah. No, allegedly.
Not allegedly. He shook his hand and he died the next day.
Aaron, you have to say allegedly, or people can sue you on podcasts.
Really?
For grand.
How so? They can sue you for that?
Yeah.
Well, alleged.
You can say what you believe, but you have to say allegedly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I got that from my podcast.
Who'd you get that from?
Where they say the blinds.
Oh, but they have to say allegedly.
They have to say allegedly for everything that they say.
Wow.
Otherwise, they will be sued.
Well, that's crazy. They're a little saucier, though.
They're way saucier. But you just said something about the Pope's murder, so that's pretty saucy.
Yeah.
If you think about that, that actually applies to more people than Hollywood celebrities.
Sure. The Pope,
know?
who do you think they'll pick next? Are you in on the conclave stuff, or
I'm not.
you don't really know
I'm
that?
not. But everyone was talking at my dinner table. Like, you guys, this is such a Catholic thing that we were at a classic Italian dinner in North Beach with my friend Megan LaRocca. I probably shouldn't drop names like that.
Too
Like
late.
full names. Love you, Megan. Childhood friend since day one. Super cute because my dad and her dad, they go to a car show together. Like, they have this thing called Cars and Coffee in the Sunset. And it's basically where
Wait, we gotta get the photo of you in the car.
Yeah, I was
Drop.
I always walk to Cars and Coffee, but I get a matcha, obviously. And my dad and brother get up early and they go like every single week to Cars and Coffee. And so my dad and Megan's dad have become really close friends through Cars and Coffee, which is kind of cute because Megan and I have been friends since we were like 5th graders.
Right.
And so now they're friends. So now we're family friends.
Mm.
And we went out to this Italian. I almost said spicy Italian dinner, but it was just a regular Italian dinner. What was I saying?
You got distracted.
I got distracted.
You're talking about dinner. Get back to it.
Yes. What was I saying about it? I probably genuinely forgot.
About the Pope.
Oh yeah, and we were all talking about the Pope, you guys. Like, and Megan and the whole family was talking about like how Conclave was supposed to be really good, and it was like they loved it, and we were just all talking about this system of Conclave and how the Pope is going to be, you know.
That is funny.
So it just felt like a very Catholic Italian
Catholic.
dinner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty Catholic.
It was very Catholic. I don't know. I get nervous about that because I loved this Pope. I don't think you can get better than this, especially from the Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah, he was cute.
And the first Latin Pope.
True that.
Let me just say.
He was, I think.
Actually, you know what I heard at dinner? That they might pick an Asian Pope next.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Yes. Wow, Latin and Asian Pope.
That would be crazy.
Talk about representation.
Well, that was who Francis wanted, the Asian, I think Chinese Pope.
So do you think that we're
not wrong about that?
Do you think we're gonna have an Asian Pope?
Well, that's who he wanted, but it depends who they vote for.
I hope
those crazy boys.
So. I hope so. We can't have another situation where someone is elected that turns into violence and hate and sadness. And honestly,
facts only.
There's a lot of people
a lot of that out there
who use the church to propel their own agenda of hatred. So that's very possible that could happen.
Yeah.
Am I scared? Yeah, I am. I just don't want large figures of hatred in this, like, propped up in this world anymore. I can't take any more of it. This does feel like a really exhausting time personally, and I want happiness for the next month. In this new season. Our new theme of this season, sit up, Aaron. I'm sorry, but you always do this. You always fall asleep, and I think that's my dad's shirt.
I'm not asleep.
That's
yes,
my dad's
the
shirt.
shiz, whatever.
Are you mad at me?
No.
Because you're being a little bit like...
What?
Anyway.
What's this season?
I'm feeling like the small one today. Let me just be honest with you guys. I'm feeling really fucking tiny right now. Aaron is feeling pretty big.
What?
And he would stomp on top of me.
What?
If he could.
No.
I know he would.
No, I wouldn't.
Anyway. The point is, I think that this has to be a new season. And if you think about it, 6 months, give or take, is basically over. So this could be the start of a new season.
That's true. It feels, because like, man, the first half of this year, it's been crazy.
It's been hit after hit, and
It's
everyone I talk to is really struggling.
And it's like every day there's something new going on.
Yeah.
I can't keep up.
I can't keep up either.
Yesterday's news is something completely different. Yesterday's life is completely different. What the hell's going on?
I feel like every day I try to stand up and I get knocked back down.
Did you see the Blue Origins thing?
I know, and I don't want to know.
The women that went to space?
Oh, yeah. Holy fuck. What the hell was that about? Not Gail, bro.
Gail.
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's fucking ridiculous. Why is Katy Perry up there?
I want to get your take.
No, I think it's so fucking stupid. Yeah. I mean,
how do you think about it? About empowerment?
It's just giving like empowering Elon. I don't know. Like It's just making me. I think it's so dumb. I don't think it's.
Yeah, it was fun. What was funny to me, because I watched like the back half of it.
It's distracting. It's also like.
Well, it's funny because like the guy opening the doors, Jeff Bezos, who's like, you know.
Yeah.
Was at the inauguration. So pretend like
I
he
do know
cares
who
about
Jeff
women.
Bezos is.
But no, I know. You know.
Okay.
My only comment on it is the funny part was they have like this moment where they're all in space for like 2 minutes, and it's like, wow, this is, I think in my head like emotional music is playing over this in the video I saw, and then it cuts to like a wide shot of them like coming back down into the atmosphere, and they're all like screaming like ah as it falls down.
Crew capsule, those are like the guide parachutes. There go the drogue parachutes.
Just free falling right there until those drogues came out.
And then next will be the main parachutes that get pulled out.
Hear that screaming inside the capsule?
And all
I can't.
Like they're all screaming
It's
at the top
such
of their lungs.
performative bullshit.
But they're all they're like,
it actually icks me.
like, why,
Like on a deep level.
why wouldn't you just mute their mics for that? Like all the women screaming. That was pretty funny.
I'm really over this like new age, like there's this weird creepy tech push that I feel like is happening where it just feels like let's make as much money as possible and throw things and see what sticks.
I think some people are a little cringed out by it a little bit.
I'm very cringed out by
Yeah,
it.
it's
I mean,
pretty cringe.
it's also like a lot of like celebrities and billionaires like investing in basically
Yeah.
just Elon Musk, it feels like.
Until recently, for sure, dog.
I don't know. It's
Elon Puss.
It's definitely creepy.
Elon
and also
Puss.
that guy who like
Elon who likes to just impregnate women. Did you see that New York Times thing?
no.
He just wants to inseminate as many women as he can
Is that real?
for $1,000. He has like 12 kids.
He does.
He
But
wants
is that
more.
like he said I want to inseminate as many
It's
women
like his
as-"
mission. Yeah,
Right.
I'm not kidding.
No, I mean that's gonna be a lot of fucked up children, let me
Yeah.
just tell you right there.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to this. Like people are clearly focused on bullshit.
Right.
They don't care about real things anymore.
Facts.
I feel like when I wake up I'm in a fever dream every day.
It does feel that way.
And I turn on the news and actually I went home, as I said before, for a family emergency. With the way that the family emergency is progressing, it does feel like I hate to say this, but every day does feel a little bit worse. And so I was kind of in a dream state and in a fog. And I did feel super sad. And then I was sitting with my family having coffee. And I don't normally drink coffee, but I was drinking it because I couldn't shit. So I was feeling really gray. I turned on the TV and the first thing I see is the space thing. And I was like, this is where we
What
are
a
in the
field
world.
day.
All I could do is laugh. All I could do is laugh.
That's all you can do.
Um,
So if anything, it gave us that, right?
It
Gave us
gave
a
us
moment
a
of
chuckle.
distraction.
It gave us a moment of despair.
What an absolute backfire. Instant karma.
I don't know.
Immediate.
All I have to say is nothing. Nothing. This is a new season.
We've suspended the Constitution, but at least people went to space. Am I right?
I'm gonna throw up. Not actually though. If you guys are afraid of throw up, I don't do that. I actually can't keep track of the news because every single time I turn it on,
It's pretty bad. Margarita Gate?
no, I don't even know what
Don't
is
even
that.
worry about it.
What is that?
Well, there was that man who was deported to El Salvador, right? And no one had seen or heard from him. And then the Maryland senator traveled to the prison that he was being illegally held at.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a ruling from the Supreme Court, which is not
Wasn't he a
particularly...
citizen?
He wasn't a citizen, but he was married to a citizen. He has a child who is a citizen.
Also, I just
And-
want to say,
and-
first of all, it is extremely impossible to become a citizen nowadays.
Yeah.
If you marry a citizen, you still cannot become a citizen. If you have children here, you still can't become a
Right.
citizen.
The idea that...
And also, people who are not citizens, who are living in the United States, they still pay taxes.
Well, also the idea that you get off wherever you're coming from. Like, there's a right way to do it, therefore you have
There was
citizenship. I mean, naturalization. I mean, it takes years and years and years to go from a green
and
card
our
status.
our country is in a very different place now than it was 50 years ago when all of your other relatives came over.
Well, and look, it's obviously stupid. But no, from his case was, I mean, it's like they admitted that he was mistakenly deported.
Mhm.
Like that's been ruled
Mhm.
in court. But for him, the thing was, A, he has his family are citizens, and B, he came to this country seeking asylum, and that was ruled in court that he can't be deported for that. Regardless, the idea is not whether or not he's a criminal. The idea is that there is a process in this country for doing these things,
Yeah.
and you have to commit to these processes. You can't just send people to foreign gulags.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. So anyway, the Maryland Center, which is where he's from, and he's been here since he was 16, by the way. He traveled to the prison and was immediately being turned away. And anyway, so they allowed them to meet, but they put him in like, home clothes in like a hotel or something.
Okay.
And they put 2 margaritas down at the table.
No.
Strategically to make it look like they were having a fun time. And they made
margaritas.
They put cherry in the margarita.
Cherry?
Cherry. Who puts a fucking cherry in the margarita? They had like a salted rim, I want to say.
That actually sounds kind of good.
Cherry in a margarita?
Like, I would do it.
You would put cherry in the margarita.
I mean, not that it's tied to this anymore, but like, I would. But I am feeding for alcohol right now, so I would. I
go
love
for
a
the
maraschino cherry. I love a good maraschino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you have had it? Never mind.
What the fuck are you thinking in your head?
Nothing.
You naughty boy. I know I know what you're thinking. You're asking me if I would have had it?
Never mind. But they put the margaritas down. So they put the margaritas down to make it look like he was having a good time, and they put his margarita at a lower level than the senator's margarita to look like he was drinking the margarita. Like,
So
what the fuck is? They staged margaritas.
It's so fucked up, bro. I
That was the
I
thing.
think I am gonna cry on
Like,
season
what's going on? We're
4
staging
of this
margaritas.
podcast.
Give me 2 margaritas. Like, what are we doing?
We're living in a fake world right now. There is so much wrong.
Yeah, that our Supreme Court, not a particularly liberal Supreme Court, is like, guys, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the margarita's a lot.
The margarita's not a good look.
With the maraschino cherry, that is crazy. That's a crazy take.
Have you ever heard of a cherry in a margarita?
I've never heard of that.
That's
Do you
so
think that was to
specific.
add like some more fun? Like they're having a little bit more fun with the cherry on
yeah,
top?
I think so. Because then there's no
Do they
debate.
take a bite out of the cherry? And let him have a little bite out of the cherry? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if there's a cherry, then it actually looks like it's more of a party.
Yeah.
Right? You're right.
It's the ambiance that they really set.
Yeah.
It was really world building is what they did.
Yeah, they were storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, guys, I don't know what to say. I mean, I actually started this podcast feeling pretty positive, but now I feel down in the dumps, truly.
Well, yeah, no, fair.
We need a turnaround.
Yep.
We need a rebirth, if you will.
Yep.
I honestly, you guys, I was on Good Friday. I was like, Jesus dies on the cross on Good Friday.
Remember when the biggest thing in our news cycle was that Alec Baldwin killed someone?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I want to say those are the good old days, but sorry to the person who died.
Yeah,
because that's awful.
terrible. It's terrible.
And that wasn't the good old days.
That was still bad. Anyway, I interrupted.
No,
talking
the
about
point
the Easter.
is I thought that, in Easter, since Jesus would rise, something different would change. Something would happen. But, it was good to be with my family. That felt healing, I guess. But yeah, it feels like we're getting slapped over and over again and laughed at while we're being slapped. Both like karmically and also just like it feels very personal. I think everyone that I've talked to, even strangers that I've run into, have had like life-changing family emergencies, have been dealing with a lot of illness and things of that sort. And then also like you turn on the news and you see the women going to space
and
you see the margaritas and you're like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah, what is going on?
So if you feel that way, then log on to this podcast and
just give a watch. All right, this is season 2, baby.
This is season 2, baby.
And don't drink the margaritas.
Don't drink margaritas. Have a dirty martini with McDonald's French fries instead.
Thanks. All right, have a good one.
FIFA for fun, bitches.